Hi, okay, so today we're going to have a look at managing the back office of OS Commerce. So what we're going to start off with first is to get you to your back office. Now all you'll need to do is type in www dot whatever your domain is. So you would put that in here. Not obviously the words your domain, but whatever your domain happens to be, put that in there. .com. Then what you also need to do is /. In most cases, it's set up with the word shop or shop 2, shop 3. There's numerous different words set up, but basically these are the different words that reference the database. Sometimes it'll be just the domain itself, but you'll need to find out exactly what that is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add in the word shop there. What you'll also then need to do is add in the word /, and then type in the word admin. So that's ADMIN. And what will happen is when you hit enter there, that will bring you to another page, which I'll show you in just a second. Okay, so here we are at a demo site that I've created just simply for a demonstration. Now this is a live site, but I've created it purely for the purpose of this demonstration. So this particular store is set up as an adult store. It's just to give you an example of the background of the back office store and how you manage things. So you'll be met with this screen, and as I say, what you would want to have put in was your www dot your domain, and in this case the database, the name of the database is Kinky, and then of course beyond that we have the word admin, and it resolves to this address. So first thing what we're going to do is put in the word admin as our username. Now it's important to use a capital because by default the username is admin with capital. And now I'm just going to put in the password now. And click on login. Okay, so now we're in the main front end of the office. So this is the back end, or this is the dashboard that you would see for OS Commerce and for particularly for your store. So there's a number of different options here. Most likely, if the store was built by myself, it'll already have PayPal set up. Now, if you wanted to get PayPal set up and it hadn't been set up already, what you would then go into is modules, and there's an option in here for payment. But as I say, if I've built this store, then it's all ready to go. All you need to do is to start adding products. So what we're going to do is go into catalog here, and then we're going to products. Okay, now this store already has a number of different adult products in place. Again, it's just simply for demonstration of all the different product options. So as you can see here, it has a number of different options that are available for the different product lines that are in place. So if we just go into one of the product lines, so it'll then give you the option: do you want to change the image for the product line? Do you want to edit it, or do you want to move it in terms of its order? So in our case, we'll click on it again, and now it brings us into the products that are in there. So in other words, it gives us another set of subcategories. So in this instance, you could put in a product here. So in this case, as it is adult toys, what we're under here, we have mini vibrators and value dildos. So what we could do is we could put in another category, or if we wanted to, we could put in a product that maybe is on special offer that we want people to be attracted to when they come into this category. So you can either have the option of adding a new product or adding a new category. So for this example, what we're going to do is we're going to add a new product. Okay, so first things first, it asks you, when will the product be available? So it comes up with a calendar. So just for sheer convenience, we're going to say today. It asks who your manufacturer is. You don't have to do anything with that. The product name, then, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go with something simple. So for example, we're going to go with computer, just as an example. Now tax class, this is whether or not the goods are taxable. We'll come back to that later, how to set the tax class. What I would advise is to have the products inclusive of any taxes, whether that be VAT, import duties, anything like that. Well, import duties are more so an issue for the customer themselves. Well, anything to do with VAT, it would be best to simply include the prices, unless of course you're dealing with businesses in terms of business to business where they want to know the price ex VAT, and we'll come back to that later. So what you would select is just none, and then it asks you for the net price. So we're going to say €100, and then in here we can also add in a description of the product. So we'll say that it's a, just out of, for example, we'll say it's a one I'm using now, Dell 6000, 2 gigabytes of RAM, 2 GHz processor, silver, so we can put in any amount of details there. Now when this comes out, it will be just in pure text format, and that's fine if you just want a basic description of it, but in later videos what I'll show you is how to make the presentation of those videos, or rather of those products that you're putting up, look very, very good. Another option then we have down here is where we have product quantity, so how many of them in stock. Now this is very good if you are selling items that you directly physically have 10 of them in front of you. You don't want to suddenly sell 11, because then you're going to end up potentially with some unhappy customers. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that there are 10 products available. Now product model, it's basically asking you, is it a specific model? This is often very handy when it comes to ordering large amounts of products from a supplier. What you can actually do here is you can put in the product number. So we'll go DEL60, for example. So that therefore you're now saying that you now effectively have the product number here available. So when somebody clicks on this product and they buy it, you then know, right, this is the product that it is. But then in addition to that, you can also run a spreadsheet from that. You can create a spreadsheet and look at how many products you've sold based on this number. It's a much easier way of keeping track of it. And then in addition to that, we also have the option to add an image. So you would just click on browse there. If you want to add if you have an image or if you have a review of the product, you can add in the address here. So you can add in the review that's available, and if it's applicable to you, you can add in the weight. Now you don't have to add in the weight, you don't have to add in the model number, you do have to add in the quantity, and as well as that the image. In fact, actually, in some cases, you don't even need the image if you don't want to. But it just makes identifying the product on the site a lot easier if you do actually use the image. Okay, so we're not going to use an image for this one, and we'll just say it's 10 kilos in weight. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're saying that it's now in stock, and we're just going to go ahead and hit save on that. Okay, so now you can see under the category of, you just go back up to categories and products. So under vibrators, just check that was the category we were in a moment ago, yeah. And then we have this one, computer. Okay, and obviously that doesn't have an image. So I'll just show you from the main site itself. Okay, so from the front page of the actual site itself, we now have the product here. You have computer, and it lists the very basics of it. Now this is particularly basic here. There is another way to make it look more interesting, and I'll go through that in the next video. So just going back to the actual back office of the back